with regular studies published on health and fitness, it can be difficult to keep up with all of the information out there. Some of the findings repeat health advice that's been around for years, but others are a little more shocking. Take a look at these 10 health facts that might surprise you. Number 1. Drink something hot to cool down. To cool down inner system, drink something hot. According to a study, the drink is hotter than your body temperature. It triggers a sweat response in the body that more than compensates for the increase. So, although it might initially make you feel hotter, a hot drink will cause you to sweat more and therefore the body effectively cools itself quicker. Drinking warm water or hot tea throughout the day will stabilize the temperature in your inner body, especially when you have a fever. It's best to drink hot/warm to cool down your body temperature. Number 2. ATM machines and public toilets may be equally dirty. It is a normal thing to do when we withdraw money from the cash machine, but how many of us disinfect your hands after using them? There is a cleanliness test done and it was found that the ATM machine's dirtiness level are equivalent to the level in the toilets test. Specialists investigated swabs taken from the cash machine keyboards and from public toilets nearby and found both samples had the same bacteria known to lead to sickness. It is advisable to use a portable disinfectant to spray the machine's keyboard and your hands after using it. Please also note that the bills are not the cleanest as well. Importantly, keep your hands clean after touching them. Number 3. Being optimist may help you live longer. According to findings of a study published in the European Heart Journal, people who are optimistic have less chance of suffering from heart disease. According to a study from a medical center, heart patients who were more optimistic about their treatment actually lived longer than those who were more pessimistic in their mindsets. Being optimistic or happy make you have less stress and worries. Stress can sometimes send negative hormones and decrease the immunity level in the system. When you are down, your physical energy also decreases and make you weak and tired all the time. Therefore, keep up the positive thinking and lift up your mind and physical health. Number 4. Coffee may prevent depression. Studies reviewed in the meta-analysis show coffee's anti-inflammatory properties are associated with decreased depression. Caffeine blocks mood-depressing chemicals in the brain. Caffeine blocks receptors in the brain from binding with a chemical, adenosine, that causes fatigue and depressed mood. We hear a lot about the negative effects of caffeine on our health, but it turns out that caffeine has its good points too. Research from the Harvard School of Public Health found that women who drank a minimum of 4 cups of coffee per day could lower their risk of depression by 20%. The study also revealed that tea was less protective than coffee but still effective in reducing depression risk to some extent. Number 5. Exercise will help from being tired. Exercise boosts endorphins, which make us feel more energized, and increases oxygen levels in the blood. The best exercises to overcome fatigue are aerobic exercises, which are most effective at increasing oxygen in the blood and boosting energy levels. After a long day at work, going to the gym is probably the last thing on your list of priorities, but research has found that exercising gives you more energy. This is because exercise improves your heart health, which means that more blood and oxygen flow around the body, therefore giving you more energy. A study found that levels of fatigue and depression improved after a 30-minute session of moderate intensity exercise. Number 6. Chewing gum may makes you more alert. Chewing gum improves memory, concentration, sustained attention, and reduces stress. A recent systematic review of 21 studies found not a strong, but a statistically significant relation between chewing and sustained attention. Chewing a piece of gum has been proved to help people stay awake and attentive in situations of boredom. This is due to the stimulation of facial muscles causing an increase in blood flow to the head. Another study on the subject found that chewing gum can improve overall test scores and memory by 35%, relieve stress and reduce anxiety levels. If you're suffering from a mid-afternoon slump or can't seem to concentrate in the morning, then try chewing some gum to make you feel awake. Researchers found that chewing mint-flavored gum dramatically reduced feelings of tiredness. Number 7. Sitting at a desk may increase death risk by almost 50%. Office workers beware, as research from the University of Sydney found that office workers who sit for longer than 10 hours a day at their desk had a 48% increase in risk of death, in comparison to people who sat for less than 4 hours a day. To counteract this health risk, try to introduce 5 minutes of activity every hour and make sure you take regular breaks away from your workstation. Simple changes like taking the stairs instead of the lift will also make a positive difference to your health. Number 8. Smelling an apple may improve claustrophobia. An apple a day can do more than just keep the doctor away, it can also help with claustrophobia. Apparently, Smelling a green apple will relieve the stress associated with confined spaces, according to a research. Sniffing a green apple can also prevent headaches and migraines, and some homeowners even use the scent to make their houses seem bigger to potential buyers. Smelling a green apple can change your perception of space, making rooms feel larger than they really are. An experiment on the subject, and during this study, they also found that cucumbers have a similar effect, while the smell of barbecue smoke has the opposite effect. Number 9. Sit-ups won't give you a flat stomach. Many people fall into the trap of thinking that they can achieve a flat stomach by doing crunches. But the truth is, endless amounts of crunches won't give you the stomach of your dreams, as the exercise only works your abs, not your core muscles. Sit-ups are great for tightening your core. They strengthen and tone your rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis and oblique abdominal muscles, as well as your neck muscles. One study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found carrying out 6 weeks of abdominal exercises alone was not enough to reduce abdominal fat. Number 10. Handwriting things may help your memory. Writing notes by hand is much better for long-term memory of ideas or conceptual information. Research from Indiana University found that to remember something, you should handwrite notes rather than type them. Writing is thought to boost your memory, as note-taking by hand requires different cognitive processes than typing. For example, if in a lecture you are writing notes, you must listen carefully to what the speaker has said, as it is impossible to write down every word. Therefore, through this process, you are listening, digesting and summarizing the information more effectively than someone who is just typing words into a laptop. Your body is nature's most perfect machine, and just like any other machine, you need to know how to look after it if you want it to last. Knowing these health facts can help you understand more about your body and learn how to maintain it in the best shape. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it so that others can enjoy it too. Don't forget to click on the subscribe and notification button to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.